What's going on, guys? It's Matt with No BS Beard Reviews. Tonight I'm going to share with you my 10 tips for getting your beard and appearance in shape for that next job interview or that big meeting you've scheduled. So tip number one, get a haircut. And so it's very important to get a haircut several days before your actual job interview or that big meeting. Typically 3 to 4 days ahead of time is a good start. So typically I have a lot of client meetings on Tuesdays. So what I'll do is either on a Friday or Saturday is when I'll buzz my hair. And so that actually gives me enough time for my hair to grow out just a little bit so it doesn't look like it was just freshly cut. It just looks clean and maintained. Now, if you have a longer hairstyle where you don't cut it that regularly, clean up your neckline, clean up the back of the neck, anything a client or a potential job interviewer is gonna see. Clean that up, make it look nice and tidy. So tip number two is take care of your cheek line. So if you've got a trimmed up cheek line like I do, or you don't have a natural cheek line, I do my cheek lines probably every 2 days or so, but if I have a job interview or I have that big client meeting, I'm doing my cheeks that morning. And so I actually recommend using a straight razor on your cheeks. Now, don't go out and use a straight razor for the first time the day of that big interview. You're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna have a big scab walking into that interview. Don't do that. Practice ahead of time with a straight razor. And so that's gonna allow you to get the cleanest, crispiest lines possible. Now, in addition to using the straight razor, also go and get yourself a good quality pre-shave oil. I personally like Scotch Porter brand here. And so what I'll actually do for my cheek lines is just use this pre-shave oil. I'll squirt a little bit out, dab my fingers, and I'll actually rub it on my cheek line. That gives just enough glide to the straight razor where I'm not irritating my cheeks. Now for my neck, I will actually apply the pre-shave oil first, and then I actually use Scotch Porter's shaving cream on top of that. It gives you a nice, good, thick lather. And so I'll do that for my neck because my neck's a little bit more sensitive and I tend to need that shaving cream there. Plus with the shaving cream on the cheeks, I'm trying to be able to see my line. That way I don't go over it and mess up my cheek line. And so in addition to doing your cheeks, don't forget about the back of your beard. That's gonna be tip number 3. Don't forget the back of your beard. Now, if you guys can see, I try to maintain a nice clean line on the back of my beard there. And so don't forget that. Again, straight razor is a great tool on the back of your beard here. Practice makes perfect though. Again, you don't want to use a straight razor for the first time, the day of your big interview. And so tip number 4, now we're going to start getting into details. Take a look at your eyebrows. Are they big and bushy? Take a look at your ears. Do you have a ton of ear hair coming out? Guys, as we age, we start to get a little bit of ear hair. I'm not going to lie, I have a little bit every now and then. These are going to be your friend, tweezers. So take care of that ear hair, with a set of tweezers. You can wax them. You can take it down with a pair of clippers and just cut it. Also pay attention to your eyebrows. Nobody wants to be sitting across from you at a job interview or a big client meeting and see a bunch of eyebrows poking off your head looking like spider legs. Tip I typically do about once or twice a week is I'll actually take my Kent comb, I'll get up close here, and I'll bring my Kent comb, I'll take the fine end of it, and I'll just pull that up over my eyebrow there. And then what I'll do is I'll take a set of clippers and go zoom, and I'll just trim off any long excess hairs. Now you can also do this with a set of scissors. Again, I just did this recently, so I shouldn't have too many sticking out. But you're just coming in here and then clipping any super long hairs. It's little details like this that people are gonna notice that you're well groomed and just very clean cut overall. And so my 5th tip Now, it's the actual day of your big interview, the day of that big client meeting. We're starting the day off by washing our beard. So one of my favorite washes, I've talked about this in several videos now, is Scotch Porter's beard wash. So I'm going to wash my beard the day of my big interview. I'm also going to condition my beard. Now, you guessed it, Scotch Porter beard conditioner. These are probably two of my favorite products that I use. I'm using this daily, and then I use this beard wash twice a week when I wash my beard. And so if you have any questions on washing your beard, I recently did a beard wash video. Give that a check out that. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Scotch Porter has actually blessed me and my viewers with a 50% off discount code. And so I'll link that below. It's No BS Beard. But essentially, you're going to get 50% off of any of the Scotch Porter collections through October 31st. So you actually got about a week from today to take advantage of that. If you haven't done it yet, if you're on the fence, it's an absolutely amazing deal. And so you can actually get this beard wash, this beard conditioner. These typically go for $20 a piece on scotchporter.com. You can actually get these two plus beard balm and a beard serum for $35. That's half off of the normal $70 price. And so to get that, you got to use the link in the description below. That's my influencer link, as well as the No BS Beard code to get that 50% off. But people have commented back to me they absolutely love the conditioner, the beard wash, and the other products included. And so just want to pass that deal on to you. So that's number 5. Wash and condition your beard the day of. I want to start with a clean slate, before I go to put any products in. Now, before I put products in, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my beard. That's actually step 6. And so what I'll do the day of that big interview is I'm going to blow dry my beard. So I'm going to towel dry my beard, and then I'm going to quickly come in here, blow directly down. Now, there's lots of great tutorials and videos out there on YouTube on how to blow dry your beard, but essentially what blow drying is going to do, it's going to lengthen and straighten those hairs out. So those curly hairs that have a tendency to bunch up, they're actually going to lay flatter and just give a nice crisper, cleaner appearance. So blow drying the beard is super important. Now, on days where I've got a big business meeting, or if you have a job interview, I actually won't put beard oil directly in first. I won't get that down to the skin and moisturize it. The reason I don't do that is for step 7. And that is, I like to use a very thick hulled beard balm, such as the Luxurious Bastard. And so Luxurious Bastard has probably some of the best beard balm in the game because it's got such a strong hold. And so by not using beard oil prior to putting the beard balm in, the beard balm is actually going to hold even more. Gives it even more tackiness to hold all those stray hairs in place. Last thing you want to be doing is sitting in a business meeting or that job interview and having some crazy wild hair sticking out that, that's all your interviewer is looking at. And so a good thick beard balm is going to hold everything in place. Now, step 8, gotta make sure I'm getting my counting correct. Step 8 is gonna be mustache wax. So if you've got a bigger mustache, make sure you're putting mustache wax in for that day, your interview day. Now, I also prefer, when I had a bigger mustache and I was having client meetings, I always carried around a tube of mustache wax in my pocket. You can't go wrong with old money. Probably one of the best scents out there. But I would carry this in my pocket. Right before that meeting, I'm slipping into the bathroom, applying a little bit more mustache wax. Make sure, again, I don't have any rogue hairs sticking out all over the place. So that's a great idea to be able to carry this on you 24/7. That way you go have lunch, maybe it's a business lunch. You're carefully eating with your fork and knife, because we all know with beards, we're not taking a big bite of a burger at a business lunch or interview or something like that. So this is your friend to, run to the bathroom real quick, tidy up everything. And so tip number 9 is going to be one of my secrets, I think, And that's actually the Scotch Porter Beard Serum. I recently did a video on this where this is kind of my secret weapon. I like to use this all the time, especially when I have business meetings. Great for when you have a job interview. So this actually goes on after you put your beard balm on. And what this is going to do is add a nice layer of just a little bit of shininess. So you're not going to be looking like you've rubbed coconut oil and you've got a super greasy looking beard. That's not the effect it's going to give you. It's just going to add a little bit of depth, a little bit of shine to your beard, just so that person looking at you knows that you take care of your beard. You take pride in it. That beard is not an issue for your job. So definitely recommend this Scotch Porter Beard Serum. As I mentioned, this actually comes in that collection, that beard collection, Scotch Porter that I mentioned. So you get these 3 items as well as a beard balm for $35. Again, that's an amazing deal. Typically goes for $70. It's on sale, half off, if you use my link, as well as that No BS Beard coupon code through the 31st of October. So you got about a week to utilize that. So my 10th and final tip, now this is something you should be doing every day as well, is carrying around a beard comb. So having a pocket comb, I personally use this Kent comb. This is their R7T model, but you can see it's got a wider cut on one end and then the finer cut on the other. This easily goes in my pocket. Again, before that interview starts or before that big business meeting starts, slip into the bathroom, tidy up everything. Make sure you don't have any rogue hairs going anywhere. But guys, just want to share what's worked for me in the past. This may not necessarily work for you. We all have different beards and different appearances, but this is really what I do on almost a weekly routine for me is, going through all these steps and, really trying to make sure I look tip-top shape. Now, if you want to talk about what you should be wearing, I would absolutely recommend, you don't want to leave that interview and be known for the tie you wore or be known for that suit you wore or the dress shirt or not wearing a tie. So when we talk about what we're going to wear for that particular interview, I would absolutely recommend either a dark navy suit or a dark charcoal gray suit. So those are the only 2 suits you should be really wearing to an interview. Yes, I love pinstripe suits. Yes, I loved window pane suits and just something a little bit fancier, but for interviews, that's not what you need to be wearing. So stick to a dark navy suit or a charcoal suit. Don't wear a black suit. Leave those for funerals. So navy or charcoal. Wear a basic white dress shirt. Again, nothing fancy. You don't want to be remembered for what you wore. So wear a nice white dress shirt. And then as far as a tie goes, keep it simple. A nice burgundy tie, a nice red tie, something either solid or with a very minimalistic pattern. So very small checks or very small stripes. But that's what I would recommend. You definitely don't want to be known for your appearance during an interview. So keep it very simple. Save those fancy, awesome ties or bow ties for special occasions. But for an interview, we want to keep it classy, keep it classic, have that great groomed appearance, and you should be able to go get that job or score that big sale. But guys, thanks as always for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Would love for you to comment below any tips you use for big meetings or date nights or those big interviews. So thank you as always to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the link below. As always, guys, God bless you. Have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.